Welcome to my channel, Soul and Beauty. My name is Sydney, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys little short mini astrology readings based on your zodiac sign. Basically about what you need to release or let go of with the full moon, supermoon in Aquarius on August 11th. I use the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck for these interpretations. However, in the video I am going to be doing my makeup. I was practicing my makeup look for Veld. I'm going to Veld tomorrow and I needed to practice a look that I'm going to do. This is how it turned out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to change it up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these little readings. Definitely let me know if they were accurate, and I really appreciate you clicking on this video, and I would love if you subscribe for more. So let's get into it. So basically this full moon is actually a super moon, and it is the last super moon of the year. So the last full moon was also a super moon in Capricorn, and this one is in Aquarius. So first of all, I want to talk about what does a supermoon even mean, as well as a full moon, in case you don't know. So a supermoon happens when the moon is at the closest orbit to the Earth. So it's just closer than it usually would be, which makes it appear brighter and larger. It doesn't have to appear brighter and larger, but it is closer than it usually is. So it usually is brighter and bigger. I know the last full moon, it was massive and it was so bright. I went out onto my street to look at it. It was so beautiful. And then as for the full moon, a full moon basically represents the release and transformation in your life. So what tends to happen is there tends to be something in our life that gets shaken up to change the way we are acting or the patterns we've been acting in. There's just something that happens to trigger a need for transformation and release. Aquarius is all about community, friendships. It's also about being authentic and being true to yourself, your own opinions. So basically this full moon, I feel like there's going to be a lot of change and transformation regarding our opinions and views and our philosophy on life, what we know to be true based on our family history, what we've been taught, things we've learned. I feel like that's all going to be challenged. So low-key, that's really exciting. I feel like there's gonna be maybe something in the world that's gonna happen to challenge and shake up our views. Maybe, I don't know, the only thing that's coming to my mind right now is someone's aunt is homophobic. There's gonna be something shaken up to make them be oh, maybe I shouldn't think like that anymore. You know what I mean? It's things like that I feel like that are gonna happen to shake up our worldviews that are no longer resonating with who we are. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be changing their views. So it makes me think that maybe there might be something going on in the world, something big that is going to shake up our views. So it has to do with freedom of expression, speaking your mind on your opinions, but also reevaluating your opinions, reevaluating your philosophy. It also has to do with friends and friendship, like I said. So there may be instances of arguments with friends. Maybe you guys are clashing of your opinions. Maybe you realize that you don't have the same opinions as your friends, and this can create issues because a lot of people they really identify with their opinions and views. So if their friends don't align with that, it may start some arguments. But overall, this full moon in Aquarius, I feel is really going to challenge us to be authentic in our opinions, but also be okay with other people's opinions. Realizing that other people don't think the way we do, and that's okay. And yeah, I feel like that's going to be a huge lesson for us. Anyways, let's get into the readings for each zodiac sign. Okay, so starting off with Aries, you guys got the card Debilitated and Discomfort. I feel like you guys are going to have to deal with on this full moon is releasing the need to be dominant about your views and opinions. So I feel like Aries, they're leaders, they're very strong, they're very vocal, and this can come with a lot of opinions and in your face kind of attitude. So I feel like this full moon, you're going to be learning to kind of take a step back and let others' opinions come forward, if that makes sense. It doesn't have to be opinions, it could be anything, but I feel like for the most part, you're going to be learning to kind of not be the leader and in the forefront for this time, and kind of step back and let other people shine, lift other people up, and support other people. This full moon for you is really going to be centered around being a team player. So this could come in the form of many ways. Like there could be something that happens at work that you're going to have to maybe bite your tongue, or like there might be something happen where you kind of assert your dominance and then people kind of get mad, and it's kind of making you realize that, hey, maybe I need to learn when I should be dominant and step up and assert and be a leader, and when I should let other people take charge and let other people be in the forefront. Because if I'm always in the front, you know, taking the spotlight and being like very leader, then it's not giving room for anyone else to be the leader that they want to be as well. So next we got Taurus. So you guys got the first house card. So the first house basically is about yourself, your self-image, your appearance. I feel like for you guys are gonna have some sort of like epiphany or awakening regarding your self-image and appearance. And what's interesting is on my TikTok, I did a reading for the new moon for each zodiac sign, and the Taurus also got the first house. So I feel like for the new moon, a positive thing that was coming your way was something to do with self-image. Maybe you were going through a glow up, or like you're getting all this new energy regarding yourself and your opinions, and like reaffirming who you are. And maybe this is going to slightly backfire during the full moon. I feel like now that you've had like this newfound self and self-image, you're going to be very like confident and like what's the word? Very like stuck kind of in this newfound self-image. And I feel like there's going to be something to shake that up a bit, because Tauruses can be stubborn. Like we all know that Tauruses are stubborn, and I'm a Taurus moon, so I can talk my shit, okay? I am definitely stubborn, like 100%. And yeah, like Tauruses can be stubborn. So I feel like, especially with their opinions, like they just like things their way, okay? Especially with their opinions, like they're hard to budge. So I feel like there's gonna be some sort of lesson or transformation or something that's going to happen that's going to make you try and realize how to be authentic to this newfound self that you've come into without being mean or putting down other people's opinions. I also feel like, because there's this new thing about you and like self-image, I feel like first impressions and stuff, I feel like there may be something where you're so confident in these newfound opinions and this newfound self that you have, that maybe it's going to like trigger, or I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be something where you might have to learn to hold your tongue around certain people, and you may be thinking like, well, how do I be authentic while also holding my tongue? It's really up for you to decide like what's worth it to you, because I feel like in certain settings you low-key need to hold your tongue around certain people. Like the only thing that's coming to mind is if like, say you're in like a business meeting, it's like very professional and like corporate, and you just start like acting the way you act like on the weekends. Like this is like a very exaggerated example, but say you just start acting like very wild and crazy like you do on the weekends, like talking the way you talk with like your friends outside of work. You obviously can't do that when you're in a corporate meeting. So that's the kind of example that's coming to my mind, but it obviously can be something like smaller and like anything. It could be anything, but basically I feel like you're going to be learning on when to speak your opinions and also not stating them as fact. Remember that opinions are your opinions and other people can have different opinions. I also just feel like overall you're going to have kind of like issues with your self-image. Like you're still going to be teeter-tottering around like who you want to be, and like I feel like you're just going through this transformation period overall with your self-image. And yeah, you can't just become a new person and change your entire appearance in a day. And by appearance, I don't mean just like your outer appearance, because you could change that in a day. I mean like who you are as a whole. You don't really just like go through huge transformations and then that's it. It takes time. It takes stepping into a new energy and kind of learning and trial and error. So yeah, but yeah, overall self-image, learning how to kind of like maybe hold your tongue and learning how to be authentic without being mean or overstepping other people. Gemini, you guys got the card Leo. So I feel like this really means that you guys are going to be stepping into your voice. Like really like, you're going to be like speaking your mind, like the lion's roar. You're going to be voicing your opinion. And it's interesting because you guys are ruled by Mercury, which is communication. So you guys, I feel like I got this message when I was channeling this reading about unblocking your throat chakra. And maybe it's because my sister's a Gemini and we recently did a tarot reading for her where it said that her throat chakra needs to become unblocked. But yeah, I have other Geminis in my life, but I instantly thought of my sister, so maybe that will resonate for you as well if you're a Gemini. But basically, I feel like you guys are going to be changing your views and opinions a lot on this full moon. Like, there's going to be something that's going to shake up the way you've been thinking. This could be anything from religious views, philosophies. It could be anything. Like, it literally could be anything. But basically, I feel like you guys are going to be becoming more authentic and, like, speaking your voice more. Really stepping into that confidence with your voice and being like not being afraid to say what you want to say. I also, along with the throat chakra, Leo connects to the heart, so I feel like also you guys are going to be unblocking your throat chakra as well as your heart chakra and connecting the two. So instead of speaking from your mind and unblocking your chakra as in speaking from your mind, you're going to be speaking from the heart. So I feel like you're really going to be opening up your feelings more and speaking up about your feelings more, being more confident in speaking about your feelings, because I feel like sometimes Geminis can have a hard time like talking about their feelings, you know, like they can kind of lean into self-deprecating humor and stuff like that instead of being real with their feelings, because, you know, it's hard for them to kind of be vulnerable. So I feel like that's definitely there's going to be something during the full moon that's going to make you be more authentic in your communication. By the way, I had to add this. Doing this, like speaking from your heart, communicating, unblocking your throat and heart chakra is going to connect you to your soul family, to your soul tribe. So definitely start just like being confident in your voice. You don't need to be afraid anymore to speak your opinion, because it's going to connect you to the exact type of people that are looking for someone like you. Next, we have Cancer. So you guys got the Taurus card, and I feel like, I feel like Cancers are very nurturing to those around them, but I feel like maybe you have been lacking in self-care towards yourself and to like more specifically the physical, like your body. So I feel like you're going to be becoming like more physically nurturing to yourself. So taking care of your body, doing more self-care, and more specifically, since this full moon relates to freedom of expression, I feel like you guys are going to be giving yourself more space to like feel your feelings, like physically like talk them out with yourself or journal them. Like I feel like you guys are just going to be like taking care of yourself more, but in a physical way, if that makes sense. So that could be a bunch of different things. I also feel like you guys are going to be becoming more independent and less codependent. So maybe you struggle with codependency issues in relationships. I feel like you guys are going to be becoming more, instead of mothering someone else or depending on them for emotional satisfaction, you're really going to be allowing yourself to feel your feelings without being mad or mean to yourself. But I feel like because it's a full moon, usually change comes from something like something happening out of nowhere, or it could be something very like, it doesn't have to be very traumatic, but it's usually something that's uncomfortable. So there might be some sort of uncomfortable event or something that's gonna have to force you to be more nurturing to yourself. Yeah, overall for Cancers, I just feel like there's this whole message about you guys really needing to nurture yourself, like physically at this time. Also, since you guys got the Taurus card, there might have something to do with a Taurus, but I was more picking up for you, but there could be, like, I don't know, if you're dealing with a Taurus, this could be also a message about a Taurus. Okay, next we have Leo. Leo, you guys got 9th house. So I feel like this is really saying to me that there's going to be some sort of event or something that's going to make you realize that the transformation or the thing you need to release during this full moon is relying on other people for attention. I know that Leos, like, you guys can't even deny that you guys love attention, and I feel like sometimes you will kind of do things to receive attention. You don't really care if it's good or bad attention, because you guys like attention. Like, it's just the way you guys are. So I feel like not even just attention. I feel like you guys are gonna be like, you guys have been looking outside of you for answers or attention. Like, you've been maybe relying on a significant other for attention, or maybe you've been asking your parents a lot for advice, or going outside of yourself. And this full moon is really going to teach you that you can go within. Like, you are confident, you are smart, you guys have it all to figure it out yourself. And you're going to be realizing that there might be something that will happen that makes you realize that you need to look inward for the answers instead of going outwards and venturing off to other people. I also feel like you guys might have a lot of like change in your opinions and your philosophy, and you're gonna find that through either traveling, religion, education. Like, you guys are gonna be looking outward. You guys are gonna be looking outside yourself, and this will make you have a lot of different opinions and views, and it's gonna make you think, maybe I want to change my philosophy. Maybe I want to change what I think about this situation. I feel like if you stop going to other people for attention and knowledge and start going to yourself and to other things instead of people. So what I mean by that is looking for answers through travel, spirituality, religion, education, different cultures, really exploring the world to find answers instead of through other people. Getting your excitement from other cultures and things like that instead of from other people. So there's this whole need for you guys to really expand your worldview and expand what you know, because I feel like maybe you're stuck in some sort of pattern or opinions that you no longer actually resonate with. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of event or something that's going to make you realize, like, hey, I want to start expanding my worldviews and opinions. I want to start getting other opinions instead of just the people around me giving me the same opinions. You know what I mean? This act of going out and exploring other ideas and things like that is going to open you up to so many new ideas as well as opportunities in life. So definitely really expand yourself during this time. Like, really just be open-minded to all life has to offer. Okay, so next we have Virgo. So you guys were really the only sign that got something to do with other people. All the other signs got something to do with like their own opinions and views. You guys got the card Opposition, which is about conflict with other people. So I feel like since Aquarius is about friendship, there might be some arguments with the people in your community. So this could be your friends, this could be your co-workers, this could be like the people that you consider like that are the most in your life, the people that you see every day, the people that you consider closest to you, or that you maybe not closest to you, but you have to see them. So maybe like in-laws, things like that. Whoever's in your community, I feel like there's going to be a difference of opinions. And this is going to challenge you and your worldviews. So you don't have to change your opinion to fit theirs, but this is challenging you to be open-minded to their opinions and their views, and be like, hey, based on my experiences, my opinion is valid, but their opinion is also valid because they have different experiences than me. I feel like you're really going to be releasing your stubbornness on your opinions, as well as the way you respond to other people's opinions. You're going to be more accepting of other people's opinions, instead of just being like, hey, well, I don't care what you believe because I believe this, and bye. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I understand why you would think that because of this, this, and this. Well, I think this because this, this, and this. And then you guys can be like, oh, okay, well, we just have different opinions, and that's fine, instead of arguing. But I feel like because it's a full moon, you're not gonna come to this understanding without an argument first. But this argument is gonna make you realize this, if that makes sense. And I feel like also you're gonna be realizing that there might even be more than one person that has a different point of view, and it might be a group of people, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like, all these people think one thing and I think this. You might feel like the odd man out. You might even feel like attacked, like, and you can't control how they treat you, but you can control how you respond to them. So be that leader that is like, hey, just because I have a different opinion doesn't mean I'm a bad person. We all need to understand that we have a different opinion. You guys are fine with your opinion and I'm fine with mine, but don't hate on me for my opinion. So really try to step up and be more of a mediator instead of just someone that argues. Okay, so next we have Libra. So you guys got the card Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about expanding your perspective as well as speaking your truth. I feel like Libra, and I'm a Libra as well, so this is for me. I feel like we are really going to be learning to speak our truth in a confident way, but in a way that doesn't put down other people. You can speak your opinion and your truth in a way that doesn't say, hey, this is right and you're wrong, or hey, I don't like your opinion, I don't like you, you're stupid because you think this. Basically, we're going to be changing that. We're going to be expanding our perspective, which will make us be able to be like, oh, hey, like, that person has another opinion than me, that person has another lifestyle than me, and that's okay. Also, we're going to be becoming more confident in speaking up for our opinion. So maybe someone is going to be hating on you, and you're going to be like, hey, this is my opinion and I stand by it. You can have another one, but don't tell me mine is wrong or that I'm bad because of it. Speaking this truth will help you find your soul family. So if there's anything on your mind lately that you've been like, hey, I really feel like I want to, like, okay, say social media. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, and that's what I'm doing, okay? I'm done being like, oh, well, maybe people won't like me, or maybe people won't like what I have to say. I don't care, because I want to attract the people that do like me, and you can't attract the people that like you if you're gonna pretend to be someone else. So you guys, we need to start like being who we want to be and being authentic in our views and opinions, despite getting hate for it. Like, you're always gonna have someone that disagrees with your opinion. That's just like bound to happen in life. But the sooner that you start being yourself, the sooner that you will attract your soul tribe. But also keep in mind that people that disagree with you or challenge you are there to challenge your views. So if someone says like, hey, I don't like your opinion, I don't like it, makes me feel bad, it makes me feel sad, you can be comfortable in your opinion, but also be like, okay, let me take a day to really think about what this person is saying, and think to yourself, do I resonate with this opinion? Is this opinion helping me, or is it making me into a worse person? So really just look at your philosophy and be like, do I still resonate with these opinions? Do I still want to believe in them? Because, okay, I think people fail to realize is that opinions can A, change, and B, there is no A or B. Like, there is no one or the other. You can be on this side, that side, in the middle, over here. There is no set in stone of opinions. You can have flowing opinions. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be one or the other, and you don't have to have one opinion until you die. Like, you can change your opinion. People act like, oh, well, they have this opinion, so they're a bad person, and they're always going to be that way. people can change their opinions. It's okay. You can change your opinion. So there's really something here for Libras about honoring your friendship. So I feel like maybe hang out with your friends, really spend time together on the full moon, and just let them know that you appreciate them and you appreciate what they offer and bring to you. Next we have Scorpio. So Scorpio, you guys got the card Root. So this is really telling me that, okay, you guys have certain beliefs that you have had your whole life because your parents taught you them, your family, your ancestors, whatever. There's something here about the way you grew up, connecting to your opinions and views and beliefs and your philosophy overall. You are being challenged to not even like change them, okay? But look at the patterns in your life and how they connect to your roots. Basically what it, like, I'll give you guys an example. Say that you, I don't know why I keep thinking of homophobic ones. Like, that's weird that I keep thinking of that as an example. I thought of that for, I think, Taurus. I don't know. I keep thinking of that as an example. I don't know why. But basically, maybe there's somebody here that does have homophobic opinions or something, and you're being called to wake up to that. Maybe that's why I keep channeling that message. But basically, what I was thinking is that maybe your parents raised you, maybe not even they were homophobic, but maybe they just kind of like, I don't know, like maybe there was just this thing that, oh, straight is the way to be, and you never really like grew up around gay people or anything like that. So that's just not something you really were introduced to. Not necessarily that you were taught it was bad, but you never grew up with it, so it's not something you would even think about. And then maybe all of a sudden on the full moon, you meet someone gay and they hit on you, and you kind of get like, what? Like, I'm not gay. That's what, I don't know, okay? That's what just came to mind. You are being challenged to maybe be like, well, why did I react that way? Why do I feel that way? Why do I feel so like weirded out by this? Because I don't think people should be weirded out if they get hit on with, just be like, oh, hey, I'm straight. Like, it's not a big deal. But maybe look to your roots. Maybe like, oh, well, I wasn't really taught about it growing up, or you know what I mean? Basically, that was just one thing. That was just an example. But basically what I'm saying is that you are being asked to look at the way you are in your life and why. And look to your growing up, your childhood, what you've been taught, and really try to figure out, like, do I even identify with these ideas and beliefs that I didn't even realize were beliefs? This is the way I've always been. You know what I mean? So I feel like you guys are going to be having some maybe like monumental thing that is going to challenge the views that you've always had, that you didn't even really know they were like prejudice or something like that. I feel like you guys are going to be challenged, and you're kind of going to be asked to look at that and be like, why am I like this? Why do I have these beliefs that I didn't even realize I have? Why do I think this thing? And you're being asked to kind of be like, well, I didn't realize I was like that, but I don't think I identify with that, so I'm going to change this opinion. And I feel like these things are subconsciously holding you back, but you didn't even realize that you really like were doing them. And like, that's fine. You can grow, you can realize these patterns, and you can change them. So yeah, basically for Scorpios, I feel like look at your roots, look at your childhood, and figure out, what did my parents teach me subconsciously that I didn't even realize that I'm now doing today that is holding me back? Okay, so next we have Sagittarius, and you guys got the Jupiter card, which is interesting because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about expanding your world views through like knowledge and travel and law and education, religion, spirituality. It's basically expanding. So I feel like you're really going to have this monumental discovery through travel, through other cultures, through education. I feel like you're gonna learn something either through other people or through like learning, like actual like education. and it's gonna make you be like, oh my god, like this challenges everything I've ever known. Like maybe you're religious and then you learn about a new religion and you're like, oh my god, like they believe this, and like this completely goes against my religion, but I kind of understand where they're coming from. So then you're gonna be like, well, what do I believe now? Like, do I believe this? Do I believe that? Do I want to believe in something new? I just feel like there's gonna be something like that that's really going to like awaken another side of you that you didn't even know was there. And your job is to be open to this, because the more open you are with these experiences that are being given to you, the more you can grow your soul, and the more you can learn, and the more you can really just like become a person with more depth. I feel like as people, we're not meant to just have like set opinions. We're meant to grow and change them. So I feel like this is going to be really good for you if you're willing to be open to it. But y'all Sagittariuses are always positive, so I feel like this is going to be good for you guys. There's also something here about toxic positivity, so avoid, since the full moon is in Aquarius and it's about friendships as well, avoid maybe if your friends have an opinion or something, being like, well, like, and they're kind of like upset, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Like maybe if your friend is upset and they're kind of just like venting to you, avoid being like, oh well, just like be positive and do this and do that. Like I feel like sometimes Sagittariuses can have like this fault to them of making things seem easier than they are, but it's like when you're in an emotion, it can be so hard to just be like, oh well, I just need to be positive. It's harder than that. So just be understanding and realizing that other people are dealing with things and it's not always easy for them. But yeah, other than that, I feel like you guys are going to be really like, you're going to be learning some new shit that is going to shake your world, and it's going to be really good for you, and it's going to be exciting. Okay, so next is Capricorn, and you guys got the card Ascendant. So I feel like with this full moon, you guys are being challenged to look at your views and opinions and philosophy and see if your actions are actually lining up with them. So I feel like kind of maybe you guys will judge someone for their view or opinion as if like you think the opposite, but then you will do actions that won't even align with those views and opinions you have, if that makes sense. And you guys are really honestly being like called to figure out, like, are you just saying these views to like sound like you are like a good person and that like you know what you're talking about and that, you know what I mean? Or do you actually align with these views? I feel like your actions may have not been aligning with what you've been like saying to people. You also may have been like judgy about other people's opinions, but it's kind of like this thing of like, well, I don't like you because you're doing this, but then you're doing something that's also bad, if that makes sense. It's kind of like this holier than thou attitude, like judging other people, but you yourself don't have everything figured out. So it's kind of like, who are you to judge them? You're just really being called to look at your own actions and kind of be like, do I have a right to judge anyone based on what I've been doing? Overall, you guys are being called to look at your views, opinions, and philosophy and figure out if you're actually aligning with them, like with your actions. Figure out if you actually believe the things that you are saying, or if you are kind of just like talking out of your ass. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Okay, so next is Aquarius. You guys got 4th house, which is home and basically your family and your home life. Basically, I feel like for you guys are going to be feeling like the oddball out, which I feel like you guys are kind of used to. Aquariuses do tend to be like different. They tend to have different opinions. They tend to have different views. They tend to be a little bit like weirdos, but in like a good way. But I feel like basically you guys are gonna be feeling like the oddball out, especially with your views and opinions and your philosophy. I feel like you guys often feel this thing of like, there is no one like me. no one fully gets me or understands me, and you kind of just feel like you're longing for this sense of home and community that you just don't feel like you have, because you feel like nobody's opinions or views align with yours. You feel like nobody gets you. You feel like everybody thinks you're a weirdo. You feel like you kind of are just like this black sheep, and that you try to like fit in, but you can't because you're not the type that fits in. So I feel like you're always longing for this sense of home, but you're not finding it, and it's making you quite like upset and just feeling like an outcast. So basically I feel like with the new moon energy, there's going to be some sort of transformation or release around like the people you surround yourself with. I feel like you're just going to realize that you no longer vibe with the people that you've been vibing with for a long time. I feel like you're going to just like wake up and kind of be like, or even maybe something will happen. Like this is an example coming to mind, but maybe like you've had this group of friends for a while, and then they're gonna do something, and you're kind of gonna be like, wow, I actually don't align with these people like I thought I did. And I just feel like you guys are being pulled in a new direction to like become more, grow bigger, and these people that you've been surrounding yourself with, they don't think as big as you, and you're kind of tired of that. You want people that think like you. You're tired of surrounding yourself with people that just don't align with you for the sake of having friends, or whatever the situation may be. That's just like my example coming to mind. But the message for you guys, Aquarius, is finding home in yourself will lead to your home or your soul tribe. So basically what I mean by that is, don't let these people that make you feel like the odd one out, don't let that become like your perception of yourself. You need to realize that yes, you are different, but that doesn't make you bad, and that doesn't make you weird, and that doesn't make you wrong. It just means the people that are around you don't align with you, but there's people out there that do, and you need to accept yourself for who you are. You need to accept that you are different, and that you are kind of odd, and you don't do things the conventional way. And as soon as you are okay and you feel safe with that truth, that you are the way you are for a reason and it's a good thing, then you will find your pack. You will find that sense of home that you've been longing for. You can't find anything outside of yourself. You have to do the work within before it can be reflected to you in your reality. You need to find that sense of home within yourself before you can find it outside of you. Okay, and last but not least, we have Pisces. So you guys got the card 7th house. So the 7th house is all about relationships and partnerships. So I feel like because Aquarius is also about friendships, I feel like you guys are really being called to honor your friendships during this full moon energy. I feel like you guys are also like being called to accept other people's opinions instead of trying to control them, and accepting that they have different opinions than you, and that's okay. Just accepting your friends for how they are, not trying to control them as much, and just accepting, and yeah, just realizing that people have different opinions, and that doesn't mean you guys can't coexist together. There's also this whole theme about you guys learning to be independent in your own opinions while also like nurturing theirs. Like there's this whole thing of like codependency with you guys, I feel like. So instead of, say you're in a relationship, this is my example, say you're in a relationship and your partner has this like opinion, and you guys suddenly will have their opinion because you love them so much, and you just want to like kind of mirror them almost. You guys are being called to be independent in your own opinion while also validating theirs. Like you guys can have different opinions and also coexist in this relationship. You don't have to become like them, and you don't have to force them to be like you. There's this whole thing of balance and learning to respect each other's opinions. Really just like honoring your friends, family, partners for who they are, not trying to become like them, but also not trying to make them become like you. Okay, so this is the finished look. I am going to Veld tomorrow, so I wanted to kind of practice like my graphic eyeliner look that I want to do. I'm not sure if I like it. I'll probably change it. But yeah, this is, I definitely ditched the clean girl aesthetic. There's nothing light about this, but I like the brows and I like the eye makeup, but I'm probably still gonna change it because I want to do something more. Like this doesn't feel like enough for Veld. But yeah, I know that these readings were on the shorter side. However, I just want to do like a quick reading for each sign for this full moon energy. Full moons can be intense, very heavy emotions, so definitely stay grounded, do some like meditation, really just look at yourself and who you are as a person and try to figure out what you need to release and what you need to let go of in order to transform and evolve your soul. So I hope you guys enjoyed these interpretations and readings, and yeah, let me know down below if you resonated with these, if these were accurate for you. Let me know how you guys are feeling with the full moon. Let me know how everything works out for you guys. And yeah, if you want more videos about spirituality, astrology, story times, everything of that nature, then definitely subscribe down below and don't forget to like and comment. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing, beautiful day.